Ukulele Scramble.
Ready to start? Hello, hello, hello. You ready to start your countdown clock?
I'm ready to start. Here we go.
1,
Go.
2, 3, go. Oh, you're right. Did you go? Okay, here we go. Are we synced?
We do.
We're pretty close. Yes, we are. We are indeed. So that's the countdown clock.
Welcome, everyone. This is 12 at 12 with the Ukulele Scramble. We're here live with you. And if you're live with us today, we'd love to have you post your name, hello, in the chat and where you're from. I am Robin.
And I'm Richard, and we are the Ukulele Scramble. So it's 12 o'clock here in Massachusetts, USA. But if you're somewhere else, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. You know, last time at our last broadcast, Bill asked a question. He wanted to know why someone would choose to use a ukulele with re-entrant tuning, featuring a high G, or versus a ukulele with a low G, which is linear tuning. And for the next 12 minutes, we are going to explain why we chose to use one or the other in some of the songs that we play and we have recorded. And I think Robin is going to start us off.
I sure am. Okay, so in the Ukulele Scramble, I am usually the one who plays the re-entrant tuned ukulele. And Richard usually plays a baritone ukulele, which has linear tuning and a lot more low notes. And the great thing about this is that it gives our ukuleles distinctive sounds. So we have, we're distinct from each other a little bit. But sometimes, with regards to tuning, there are exceptions that crop up.
And can you give us an example of one of those exceptions, Robin?
Well, I certainly can.
Good.
So one of my favorite examples, actually, is the cover of Pink Floyd's See Emily Play that we play. In the verses, I play arpeggios of the chords. So like this is an A5 chord on my re-entrant ukulele. A G5. So that's very pretty. But if I play that on a ukulele with a low G, I get much more contrast because I have these notes that I don't have otherwise. And so the same chords. And to my ear, that just made a lot more drama and contrast in that song. And, oh, hello, Glenn from Norfolk, UK.
Oh. Robin, my headphones are cutting out here, so...
Oh, well,
I think...
I'll keep talking.
They're back on now. So I guess there's another reason why you use the low G, right?
There sure
and
is.
It's in that same song, in the instrumental version, in the instrumental interludes. Now, originally, Pink Floyd played a sped-up keyboard. It was like a Baroque-sounding tune, and they sped it up, and it kind of sounded psychedelic. But we decided to play a different keyboard work, which is also a Baroque work. It was a Bach's Goldberg variation, his first Goldberg variation, the main theme. And that is a keyboard part. It's a keyboard tune that Bach wrote. And it has both a treble part and a bass part, two different parts. So Robin played the treble part, and show us why you decided to use your linear tuning in that.
Okay, well, so this is, again, my re-entrant tuned ukulele. And so I have all the notes I need here, but I have to shift around a lot, and I'll just demonstrate it. It would go something like this. It's all right if I, worked on that.
Sounds pretty good.
I could play it smoother than I just did. But if I have my low G, then all the notes I need are in the same section of the fretboard. So it would be more like... So that's a lot smoother and more efficient for me. So that was 2 reasons to play this ukulele for this song. So, well, Richard, You usually play a linear tuning, but do you have an example of some time when you would choose a re-entrant situation?
Well, I'd say probably the most obvious example of when I use re-entrant tuning is on an original song that we recorded called All You Need Is Four Strings. And the four strings that you need are the strings of the ukulele. And most people think of the ukulele, they think of these four strings, which basically are "My dog has fleas," and that is the theme for the song. So it just seemed a lot more natural to play it on a re-entrant uke.
Yes, indeed. Well, so you have another ukulele there that we talked about last time, and doesn't it have both a high G and a low G?
This is my 8-string ukulele, and this has both a low G and a high G. And it has a low C and a high C. So you actually have quite a few more notes than you would on a re-entrant. You have both. And while most people think of this 8-string like a 12-string guitar with a jingle jangle song, jingle jangle that you're strumming, it sounds really cool and it has a big chorus effect. You can actually finger pick it, and you can finger pick the low C and the high C, and you can also pick the low G, the high G, and the high C, or you can pick them both if you're sort of finger picking a bass part. And it's really cool, so you have a lot of variety. Yes?
Richard, we have a great question right now from Robert. Do you use a wound or unwound G? On that ukulele you're playing right now, is that a wound G?
This is a wound G. This is a wound G. And the C is not a wound. It's like a nylon. Yes, yes.
Well, I'm so glad you asked, Robert, because on mine, I'm using an unwound. I'm using one of the Aquila Red strings, and I've found that I've used wound G's and they're fine, but I found that I really love the way this sounds on this particular ukulele. The rest of them are fluorocarbons, but this one is an Aquila unwound.
Hey, Robin, you know something? I think it'd be really good if we actually played that song, See Emily Plays, so we can see. This is going to be a live version of us doing this in lockdown, but we'll be able to see you playing your linear tuning and me playing linear tuning.
Let's do that right now.
Awesome.
Here we go. 3, 2, 3, 4.
Emily tries but misunderstands. She's often inclined to borrow somebody's dreams till tomorrow.
There is no other day. Let's try it another way. You'll lose your mind and play free games
For May, see Emily play. Soon after dark, Emily cries out, gazing through trees in sorrow, hardly a sound till tomorrow.
There is no other day. Let's try it another way. You'll lose your mind and play free games
For May, see Emily play. Let's try it another way. You'll lose your mind and play free games for May. See Emily play.
I love that song so much. Well, Richard, I want to ask you real quick to comment, because Bill just asked again about which tuning you would use if you're strumming entire chords rather than using an arpeggio approach. And for me, it would really depend on the song and how I felt about the drama of the song. What do you think?
I would say it totally depends on the song, and it's just really a matter of personal taste and whether you want to have a sound with more notes in it. You know, so with a re-entrant, you'd have that high G doubled, you know, possibly, or just you'd have like a different ringing sound. But also, I mean, in some cases, you kind of have to use a re-entrant, right? Like split stroke, you know, something like that. Yes.
Yeah,
if I'm. I don't know if we have time to demonstrate
say goodbye
that.
in a minute, but if I was doing a split stroke, that's not going to sound right.
That sounds really bad. It doesn't sound quite right on a low G.
It just doesn't sound right.
Doesn't sound right.
We want to thank you all for being here with us, and we want to thank you if you're watching after the fact. And it's been so nice to have live people here to talk to. Yeah. We're going to say goodbye because we only have 30 seconds left. But I've put the shop link in the comments. All of our recordings are there. We'd like to invite you to listen to them wherever you stream music. And there's some merchandise, like some T-shirts and stuff, and
caps, and mugs,
caps, and great things like that. So we will see you next time.
Here we are. Countdown's coming to 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. And
yeah.
So thank you very much for coming and watching us. We really had a good time doing this today, and we'll see you next Monday for another show.
That's
right? Boing. Okay. That's it.
Bye, everyone. Thank you so much.
Bye.